Dale Stadium is the setting here in Raleigh, North Carolina for Game 1 of the Marucci Classic. It's the NC State Wolfpack and the Michigan State Spartans in an ACC versus Big Ten matchup here on this Thursday evening. Hello, everyone, and welcome into this ACC Network digital broadcast of Division I softball. I'm Josh Schreiber alongside Faith Kane, excited to bring you guys some midweek softball action and the first game, as I mentioned, of the Marucci Classic. And Faith, this is going to be a very fun game between two teams with very similar mindsets.
Yeah, they want to come in here and they want to feel good going into conference play. You have NC State, who's going to be playing Pitt next weekend, and then Michigan State heading all the way out to California to face UCLA. So this is the last chance for them to really figure out what their lineup looks like, get all the kinks and everything out ready to go for conference play.
And this is an NC State team that is on fire right now, but facing a team in Michigan State who, you know, the results haven't necessarily been there to the level that they want them at, but they're certainly putting together some really nice games against some very impressive competition.
Well, Michigan State, they are gritty. They're going to fight. They are going to try to keep this game as close as possible. And NC State, yeah, they have a bunch of wins right now, but you can't really rest at all when you face a big team like this.
As we have a bit of a stoppage there, you see the starting pitcher and the hitter batting sixth in the order today. It is the two-way star, Morgan Talley, as she deals first pitch low and away, and we are underway here from Raleigh.
Well, Morgan Talley's going to work up and down in the zone. She has a very good rise ball. Almost nearly every single one of her pitches has kind of that up spin, but she's also got a drop ball, so she will work that in the zone as well. But she hits her spots really well on those corners, especially for a freshman. When you watch her play, she does not look like one. She does not play like one.
And that has been the theme for the Wolfpack this season. It's been a group of freshmen that have kind of reinvigorated this team. On the left side of the infield, and Carly Short and Lily Livingston. We'll talk plenty about them. And then Talley's battery mate, Carmen Montez de Oca, also a freshman, and Coach Leftwich has been really excited by what she's seen from this group.
Well, she came in just 3 seasons ago, and you're looking at her and this team, and you also have to realize they're still in rebuilding mode, right? So that's where you have her recruits coming in, you have her freshmen, a lot of underclassmen out on that field, also a lot of transfers. So you even take a look at this field right now, besides Maya Townsend and Sarah Johnson, who are in center field and right, everyone's pretty much underclassmen. I guess Michaela Marbury, but this infield, very young.
As a check swing nearly comes in and hits Zoe Bernard, the leadoff hitter for the Spartans, on the hands. A very tough at bat as we see the lineup. Bernard, Smiley, Hawley starting things off, and that's a really strong top 3 in that lineup.
Well, Bernard, she is fast. And I love how Talley just attacked her on the inside corner. If you look at any lefty hitter, they hate that inside corner. Beautiful. You saw Bernard just freeze right when that pitch came in.
Bernard coming into the game, more walks than strikeouts. A very difficult batter to go down on strikes, and Morgan Talley starting things off with a bang as Kendall Smiley fouls one off, the number 2 hitter.
Well, so often as a pitcher, you don't like throwing inside to those lefties for whatever reason. And when you look at a spray chart or anything else, you see that the lefties love to take it to the left side. So it's interesting how we don't like to throw there, but that's probably the spot that we need to the most, and try to get them to turn on it and take it to the right side.
Something interesting with Kendall Smiley, you notice that she is standing all the way on the outside of that batter's box, whereas Zoe Bernard, a hitter that is practically right there on the plate.
Yeah, she kicks that foot on the outside. Her back foot also all the way towards the back of the box.
The 1-2. Chop to the left side. Livingston bobbles it, and that will be the first base runner of the game. That ball was right on the foul line down third base, and Livingston couldn't quite handle it.
Not a mishap we don't see very often. That play very close to being a foul ball.
And it looked like it may have been going foul.
Yeah, it was very close. But when you're in the infield, you kind of have to just go for everything. You can't really rest and wait, especially with the type of speed that the Spartans have at the top of this lineup. You have essentially anywhere from 2.5 to 2.7 seconds to make a play. That's how quick these two are down the line at the top.
Kendall Smiley on the season. 2 for 2 stealing bags, but very quick down the line. No play for Livingston. Even if she fielded that one, it was going to be a tough play. But nevertheless, ruled an error. So it's Hannah Hawley in the batter's box. Tied for the team lead with 3 homers on the season. Hawley starting at third base today. Tally's 2-1 pitch, it misses low.
And this team is still trying to figure out their identity when it comes to offense. Are they really going to work the short game? Are they going for more power? It's still trying to figure out who you are, especially from this non-conference play before you head in to Big Ten play for the Spartans.
A Michigan State offense that had 49 home runs last season, 4th most in their program's history. Home runs have not quite been there for them this season in the same numbers, but they've got some top-tier power hitters up and down the order that rank among the best in their program's history.
When you have the type of speed that this team has, you don't really need to hit the big home run ball. You just play the small game, and we already saw that from Kendall Smiley, who's down there at first. You make the defense work.
The full count pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Runner takes off, and that will be a stolen base, almost a delayed steal for Kendall Smiley, who caught Carmen Montez de Oca a little bit off guard.
And look at that off speed that Morgan Talley threw. I think she was too excited about the strikeout that she forgot to duck and let Carmen Montez de Oca make that throw to get that out.
Now the starting catcher today, Sophia Grillo, the freshman. 2 freshman backstops today. There you see Montez de Oca catching her freshman pitcher. (1-0) misses low and in. Sophia Grillo this season having a really nice start to her career. 41 at-bats, an average of .293. She's in a good spot now, up in the count 3-0. Grillo avoids the 3-0 pitch. There is a 2-out walk, and Michigan State threatening with 2 down.
The left fielder, number 11, Lindsey Hooker.
As we will get a mound visit, just settling the nerves of Morgan Talley.
And I'd say Talley right now, coming in, I thought she's gone after these hitters, but after those couple walks, straight 4 balls, I think this is just Coach Bosch checking in with her, making sure everything's working. but also making sure they're on the same page with these hitters on exactly what they want to do.
And Tally, as with many freshman pitchers, to start the year, the walk was something that she had to get under control. She had 16 walks in her first 19 and a third innings pitched, but the last 19 innings she's pitched, just 5 walks. That was, of course, coming into this game. Shows the confidence that she has.
I think a lot of it has to do with just playing at the collegiate level, right? She's a freshman trying to make adjustments. You also don't want to give anyone anything too good to hit. You go from playing club softball, travel softball, where sometimes it's okay that you miss a ball over the white of the plate, but once you start playing in college, you can't do that. The second you do, that ball's over the wall, especially here at Dale Stadium.
Yeah, the ball certainly flies here. Lots of homers this season for NC State and visitors in the tournaments they've hosted. Hooker takes that pitch in there for a strike. Lindsey Hooker, another freshman, just 17 at-bats on the young season in her career. But she has also found some good success. The 1-2. Grounded back up the middle. It'll be an easy play for Tally, who underhand flips onto first. And the freshman escapes the jam. No runs, no hits, 1 error for the Wolfpack, and they will come up to bat their first licks.
After the Spartans' top half of the inning, no runs on no hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. After the top half of the first inning, your score, the Michigan State Spartans, no score, and your NC State Wolfpack coming up. Fans, be sure to visit the concession stand located on the concourse. It features hot dogs, candy, Coca-Cola products, and more. Fans, at this time, please join us in welcoming back NC State softball class of 2010 graduate Christine Irwin and class of 2012 alumni Morgan Salzano.
The Wolfpack coming to bat here in the bottom of the first inning, and Maya Townsend will lead things off, going against Carson Cassidy, the sophomore starting pitcher, and there's the Wolfpack lineup that will face off against Cassidy.
What I love about this offense is they have continued to make improvements, starting to make adjustments a little bit quicker. That's what we saw against Elon on Tuesday, and I think that's what Coach Leftwich is looking for this lineup to do. They can hit the ball hard. They have some quick lefties, and they have that power lefty with Sarah Johnson, but just needs everyone to come in, do their job, and once they see a pitcher once, be able to adjust off that one bat quickly rather than take 2-3 rounds before they start making those adjustments.
2-0 pitch, slice foul off the netting in front of the Michigan State dugout, and there's the starting pitcher for today, Carson Cassidy. A Bulldog on the mound, coming off her first career complete game against Dayton last weekend.
Cassidy's not going to throw it super hard by you. She's going to throw more in the low to mid 60s. She works up in the zone. She changes speeds quite a bit. And not only just with that changeup, but with other pitches as well. She works the curve on both sides of the plate. So that will also come in hard on a lefty as well.
3-1 pitch, poke to the left side and right at the left fielder, Lindsey Hooker, who is positioned perfectly.
Yeah, Townsend just ripping this ball on the outside corner. You could see she started running down the line right away.
Hit it on the screws.
Not much more you can do. Good hit. Can't be upset.
Michigan State coaching staff, I'm sure with a little fist pump that they had the fielders in the right position. And now the starting shortstop, Carly Short. Just a freshman, but she has done about as well as a freshman could do in their first 50 at-bats or so.
You really can't ask for more. When she steps into the box, she has such a quiet swing, a simple swing. She starts out with that open stance and then closes up to rip it.
And how about that one, doing just that? A line shot into the left center gap. That is a double. And NC State has the first hit of the ball game. It's a scorcher by Carly Short.
Yeah, Short doing a really good job here. That pitch left over the white of the plate, and she ripped that one. Very quiet with the feet, and then gets those hands through so quick. And that's why her swing is so good, and she's able to make contact with the ball. Not many strikeouts on the season either, and that's the reason why.
That is Short's 9th double of the season. That pitch gets away, way up and away to Grillo, and Short moves on to third base.
Ooh, that one was really held by Cassidy. Sometimes one hit can shake up a pitcher a little bit, even just the energy coming from the crowd, and I'm glad here that Grillo calling that time to come out and talk to her pitcher.
Especially where if you do that again, Short is coming in to score. Carly Short, one of the fastest players on this NC State team, 7 of 8 stealing bags. As Kendall Simmers steps to the plate. Quickly in a hitter's count, 2-0. Three and 0. Simmers always a very patient at-bat with her. 12 walks, second on the team behind only Carly Short. The 3-0 catches the inside part of the plate. That double from Carly Short moves her into a tie for the lead with 9 doubles in the ACC. And a walk for Kendall Simmers. Runners on the corners now for the powerful Lily Livingston.
Yeah, you have to imagine right now, Cassidy seems a little shaken up after she gave up that hit to Carly Short, and you can't do that. You gotta forget about it and get right back in that circle and get tough. This is what Coach Show wants from her team. She wants her team to get gritty, passionate, competitive.
And that's going to be the theme for those of you listening. We're going to be talking a lot about how both these coaches want grit, tenacity, feeling like you're never out of a game.
Let's just say both these coaches have used gritty quite a bit.
Yes, this past week leading up to it. And with Coach Leftwich the entire season. Runners on first and third as Carson Cassidy having her mound visit. Both teams with a mound visit in the first inning. Morgan Talley was able to get out of the jam in the top of the inning. Lily Livingston looking to put the game's first runs on the board. Livingston, another one of those talented freshmen on this team. Leads the team in RBIs, home runs. A really difficult at-bat for any opposing pitcher.
And I love that off speed from Cassidy. That's what Livingston is going to get quite a bit because she has so much power at the plate. It is tough to hit a ball that does not have a lot of speed.
1-1 in the dirt, and that gets away from Grillo. Carly Short will come in standing in an unconventional way to score the game's first run.
Yeah, that ball just getting away from her. Looks like maybe she was trying to throw a drop ball or another off speed that just dropped in the dirt.
It looked like it hit the corner of the plate and took a sideways bounce.
And Cassidy just missing her spots right now. If I was a hitter, I'd step up in there, be super patient. I'd pick a part of the plate, the inside or outside, and if I don't get it, I'm not swinging. You can tell Livingston really wants to swing. She's way ahead in that. You don't want to start swinging out of the zone just because you want to pick up the bat and you want to get that big hit. Let Cassidy come to you.
3-2 pitch is right in there for strike 3, and Carson Cassidy, a nice job to respond after giving up the first run via wild pitch.
Yeah, look at that to battle back. She was missing down in the dirt and then comes back with that pitch right at the knees. Good location.
Able to freeze Livingston as Church takes that pitch inside.
But Coach Show says that Cassidy is just, she has ice in her veins. She is someone who is just super competitive, but also really laid back.
That one ripped through the left side of the infield. It's a base hit. Coming home and getting thrown out with a beautiful throw by Lindsey Hooker to end the inning. Kendall Simmers trying to make it a 2-0 game, but Lindsey Hooker on the money.
Wow, what a throw from Lindsey Hooker to get Simmers here, and we're headed to the second.
After your Wolfpack bottom half of the inning, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. After the top of the first, bottom of the first, your NC State Wolfpack won, and the Michigan State Spartans no score. NC State softball season and single game tickets are on sale now. The Paco series against Pitt, Cal, Louisville, and North Carolina. Purchase your tickets at gopack.com/buy tickets.
Top of the second inning, NC State scoring the game's first run on a wild pitch and then getting thrown out. And look back at the first pitch today, a very special first pitch between Bethany Wells, who caught the first pitch. She is an assistant coach on the Michigan State staff, and Renata Davis, one of the all-time legends here at NC State, actually a sales team rep with Marucci, who's the sponsor of this tournament. And good to have a couple familiar faces back at Dale Stadium.
Yeah, they were part of the first ACC championship back in 2013 for NC State. So I'm sure they're glad to be back at the ballpark, on the dirt.
Has to bring back some pretty incredible memories.
You always love visiting where you played.
Yeah, and Bethany Wells also was a volunteer coach with LSU, while head coach of NC State, Lindsay Leftwich, was an assistant coach there.
Yep, Coach Show also the head coach for the Spartans, coming from there as well. So there's a lot of connections happening here today. Unfamiliar faces.
It's a small world, without a doubt.
And the alumni over at LSU, I shouldn't say alumni, excuse me, former coaches from LSU, they stay in.
As that is a fair ball down the right field line. It goes all the way to the wall. Rounding second and heading to third is Hannah Greer. It is a triple to lead things off in the top of the second inning.
Yeah, Hannah Greer was such a big hit. Wonder if there's questions right now or just checking in, making sure Sarah Johnson's okay over there in right field, or whether that ball was fair or not, I think is the question from Coach Leftwich here.
Yeah, I think they're conferring about whether it was fair or foul. It looked like it was right over the two bags down the right field line.
From here, it looked fair.
Yeah, it looked like it would have gone. It went right over the white bag, as we'll get another look here.
I mean, she hit it exactly where you want to.
Very hard to tell. Obviously, it went foul almost immediately after going over the bag, but all it has to do is stay fair as it gets to the base. Umpiring crew today, John Schaefer behind home plate, as he will talk about that there will be a challenge from Coach Leftwich and NC State. Umpiring crew, John Schaefer, who made that call down the line, Dallas Apfelbacher at first base, and Jay Breckbiel at third. This is a very consequential review as well, as the difference is either you have an 0-1 count with the first batter of the inning up at the plate and no one on, or you've got runner on third with nobody out. As there you see a look at it, and man, is that close, though. This might be the best angle we have.
And remember, the video review has to be no doubt to be able to be overturned. So I almost wonder, do they have enough video evidence to make that call?
And that is riding the line. It does not get any closer than that.
Yeah, that's very close. I'm going to say that they're probably going to keep the call just because of the video. Probably can't really make a better call than that. So far, I'm 4 for 4 this year.
4 for 4. I would agree
keeping
with
track.
you here in the call stands. I don't know if they'll confirm it, but as the conversation will continue, and we didn't even have a chance to introduce Hannah Greer as we get the official word. So the call on the field stands. Faith, you go 5 for 5 on the year.
So far, I'm doing so much better than last year. This is, I'm happy.
How many of those do you know that you said you think it would be overturned?
Quite a few.
Yeah.
There's been a few.
That's the most impressive feat, because you never know when they say, you know, without a shadow of a doubt, it has to be 100% that the call should get overturned. And this one popped into shallow left field. Greer will bluff the tag. Short makes the catch. And there is the first out of the inning.
That's something Carly Short's really good at over at shortstop, is she has quite a bit of range. And you could tell Michaela Marbury over there in left field, she goes, I don't need you. I'm going to go ahead and come over, make that catch.
And Carly Short, the captain of this defense at shortstop, and aside from having a great name for the position, she also has the skills. She just 2 errors so far this season as a rookie at a position that typically has the most errors of anyone on the field.
Yeah, she is a stud over there, and Coach Leftwich just applauds her. And she makes every play look easy. Coach Leftwich compared her to Sis Bates over at the University of Washington. She's alumni from there, now plays professional with AUSL. But if you watched her play, nothing. She was a vacuum between second and third, and that's how Carly Short plays. She says, but Short has a stronger arm than Sis Bates, so she's saying even better.
It's an extremely strong left side of the infield when it comes to their throwing arms. Lily Livingston at third base, also especially a very strong arm. One of the best arms that Coach Leftwich says she's ever coached. This will be a 3-2 count to Britton Bashirs. She works the walk, runners at the corners. Excuse me, that was Sophie Holverstadt. And now the 9-hitter coming up, the shortstop, Peyton Conroy.
And I think right now Morgan Talley just trying to get back into a rhythm. You come out, you start pitching this inning, you have the one pitch, the hit that's out into right field, and then you have the review that happens, and so you have to kind of refocus in as a pitcher in the circle.
Kayla Franklin will come in to pinch run for Holverstadt.
For the Spartans, number 10, Kayla Franklin.
Conroy, the sophomore, missed a lot of time last season, but they really like what they've seen from her this year.
Yeah, Coach Show says she's been a really great leader and just feels like this year she's back to herself. Because with those injuries, she's had to work through it. And it takes a lot of time, but once you start feeling comfortable, not only the physical aspect, but also mentally feeling comfortable in the box and playing on defense, you can just play a lot more free.
She has an RBI opportunity here with runners at the corners and just one away.
When Talley is able to work that drop ball, it is beautiful. It comes right over the top of the kneecaps and then just drops out of the zone last second. It's a tough pitch to hit.
And she's ahead in the count, 1-2 to Conroy. Conroy, a junior out of Gastonia, North Carolina. And she goes down swinging. Morgan Talley, a big-time strikeout to get the second out of the second inning.
Again, love this pitch. That is an off speed that just drops off the table. That's what you want to do. You don't want to throw it for a strike necessarily. You want to keep it low in the zone, something that looks good when it comes across the plate and just drops off.
That pitch just missed outside to the leadoff hitter, Zoe Bernard. Bernard went down looking in her first at-bat. But the team leader in batting average in a big RBI spot here.
Bernard is such an elite player. She is someone who is able to square up with that barrel, and that's something you really don't hear a lot of coming from a freshman, and she's just so fast too down the line. You have to be quick on defense. It's tough when you have a hitter like that and you have to be so quick.
Bernard currently trying to keep her 12-game hitting streak alive. She's top 10 in the Big Ten in hits. As she grounds one to the right side, that'll be an easy play for the second baseman, Kendall Simmers. And Talley getting out of another jam, first and third with one out, runner on third with no outs. And we'll go to the bottom of the second inning, 1-0 Wolfpack.
Top half of the inning. No runs on one hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. After the top of the second inning, your score, your NC State Wolfpack 1, and the Michigan State Spartans, no score. Don't forget to pull out your mobile phone and follow the NC State softball team on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Keep up with the latest news and behind-the-scenes looks.
Bottom of the second inning. And Morgan Talley has been able to escape some jams here in this game so far, and now she's going to be hustling up to the plate to lead things off in the bottom of the second.
And that's the life of a pitcher. You go out into the circle and go after your hitters, and you have to run back into the dugout, and you're the first one up. She does not even get warm-up swings, nothing. She's stepping right up to the plate. We're seeing this more and more, these two-way players that are coming in with softball, and they are absolute studs. They are athletes.
She takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Carson Cassidy, a bit of a troubling first inning for her. Had to work in and out of trouble. Did give up a run on a wild pitch, but able to escape further harm. That pitch just misses off the outside part of the plate.
That was very close. You could tell Cassidy wanted that one. But she's doing a good job coming right after Talley. Like I said, she didn't get those practice swings. So when you step up to the plate, sometimes you just want to see a pitch. So she probably had the mentality like, hey, I'm going to watch this first one because I just ran to the dugout, had to come right back out here, not quite ready.
Talley has put up some impressive numbers with the bat this season. A 300 average, 4 homers, and 14 RBIs. The 3-1. Grounded up the middle. It's a base hit. Morgan Talley leads things off in the second inning with a base knock, and Taryn Massey coming to bat with a runner on first base.
Well, Talley, a little bit with that closed stance, keeps those hands in tight. She even loaded up, I'd say, a little late for that pitch, but because she has such quick hands, keeping it close to the body, was able to punch it through the middle.
And an early pitching change for the Spartans. Cassidy comes out of the game, and we'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. 1-0 NC State here in the second inning.
Pitching change for the Michigan State Spartans. Now pitching for the Michigan State Spartans, number 8, Autumn Belke. Number 8, Belke now pitching for the Spartans.
Autumn Belke, the new pitcher for Michigan State, trying to relieve Carson Cassidy of her duties and trying to get out of the leadoff hit given up. And for Cassidy, 1 inning, she is responsible for the runner on first base, and the new pitcher is Autumn Belke.
This doesn't come as a surprise. Michigan State is a team that is known to use their entire pitching staff. You're going to see maybe 3, sometimes 4 pitchers in one game. That's how the Spartans do it. And Belke, she's going to be completely different than what we just saw. She's going to work down in the zone. She's going to change speeds. She's very competitive, intense, but loves that drop ball. And part of that reason why is if you watch her motion, she actually likes to get really on top of every single pitch, even that back leg coming up, and she's able to get that pitch to go down pretty easily.
Belke, a freshman. See that ERA in the mid-4s. Actually, an unbelievable two-way player in high school. Has not hit for Michigan State. Transferred from Youngstown State. Pardon me, she is a junior. Count even at 2 to Taryn Massey. Massey chops one foul to stay alive. Taryn Massey, one of the leaders of this team, as she grounds that one. I believe she clipped that off her own foot. So it is a foul ball, although Michigan State played it out.
Yeah, that ball was practically in the dirt. But you have to be careful, too, as a hitter in instances like that. The second you hit a ball, you got to run because you never know what the umpire is going to call.
Pitch in the dirt. A great dirt ball read from Morgan Talley as she's into second, diving head first.
Yeah, Talley pitches, hits. Also, she knows how to run bases, and she's pretty quick at it, too. Not scared to get down and dirty either.
Massey working herself a really nice at-bat.
Yeah, that ball low in the zone consistently coming from Belke. If I was a hitter, you want to either scoot up in the plate, or you want to scoot back. When you scoot up, you're able to get that ball before it makes that drop. If you scoot back, you're able to sit and see it and maybe have it even work out of the zone. So it's definitely comparative how you want to attack it. And it looks like Taryn Massey sitting back in the box. So it's just allowing herself to see it longer, come out of Belke's hand, see if it's a ball or not.
3-2 pitch, she works the walk, and what an impressive plate appearance for Taryn Massey. And NC State threatening, runners on first and second, still with no one out.
And good adjustment by Massey. You could tell she wanted to swing.
As Montez de Oca lays down a bunt, but it goes foul. NC State's catcher hasn't quite gotten the bat going yet in her young career, as that ball is in the dirt. Talley with a phenomenal jump, able to advance to third. Massey behind her goes to second. And why bunt when you can just do that?
And I love the reads that NC State's getting on the bases right now. The second they see that ball in the dirt or even just a quick bobble behind the plate, they're going.
Montez de Oca wears that one off the front foot. So the ball is dead. Morgan Talley can't score. And the base is now loaded for the number 9 hitter, Sarah Johnson. Just off that toe.
It never feels great.
Luckily, it is not a chilly night here. It is beautiful out here as spring is starting. March finally giving us some nice weather here in the Triangle area. And the powerful Sarah Johnson acting as that second leadoff hitter in the 9 spot, and she has done such a great job. Swing and a miss, count even at 1. Johnson has been a really welcome addition for the Wolfpack as she takes that one at the knees, not happy with the call.
And she shook her head after that one, just saying that she didn't want that pitch. If you have a strike to give, you don't always have to swing.
1-2, and she belts that one into the Michigan State bullpen. Johnson, a JUCO product. Played at Gaston College last season, where she was a JUCO All-American. 1-2 pitches high. Grounded up the middle, double play opportunity for Michigan State, and a beautiful pick on the back end by Bashirs to finish off the double play. NC State does score a run, but just about the best outcome you can have in a bases loaded, no one out situation.
I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better. Coach Show has been so excited about the way that this team has played defense so far this season. Greer doing a really good job getting over there to second and taking the play herself.
And then turning her back, doing a complete 180 to make the strong throw to first. And Bashir's helping her out with the pick. Hannah Greer has had a really nice season defensively, as she'll get another opportunity. High hop, bounces to her, and she makes the play. It was the Hannah Greer inning defensively, but NC State still pushes across a run. It's 2-0 heading to the third.
After your Wolfpack bottom half of the inning, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. After 2 complete, your score, your NC State Wolfpack 2, and the Michigan State Spartans no score. Fans of the Wolfpack will be returning to Dale Softball Stadium tomorrow at 3:30 and 6 p.m. when they host Stetson and Mercer for the second day of the Marucci Classic. Admission is free all weekend. Visit GoPack.com to check out the full schedule.
Top of the third inning, and there you see head coach for Michigan State, Sharonda McDonald-Kelly, in her 4th season as head coach here with the Spartans, but as a player, she was about as good as it gets. One of the all-time great Texas A&M Aggies. She was 4-time All-Big 12 in her playing days, career record holder in stolen bases, 2nd all-time in hits and runs scored, and she has this Michigan State program playing their best softball under her leadership.
Yeah, she is someone who is very competitive. You saw she set records, Texas A&M. You saw the greatness she was able to do, but also she played professionally for 7 years. So she was part of the NPF, the National Pro Fast Pitch League. Now mostly we have AUSL. So she's been there, done that, knows what this game's about. But when she was talking to me yesterday, you could really tell that she was like, I've really had to learn a lot as a coach, that mistakes are okay. Relax, let them play. And she goes, I want them to be gritty. I want them to play hard. But if we don't win, I want these women to just be great humans. That's what this is all about. So she's learned a lot at the helm.
As Smiley chops that one right back to Tally. A big stretch from Taryn Massey to make the put out. And Tally with a quick comebacker.
Yeah, you can tell when you have a pitcher in the circle that also plays other parts of the infield. That's with Morgan Tally. She makes it look smooth, easy. Ball hit right back at her.
That's her second 1-3 put out of the day. As Hannah Hawley stepping into the box for the Spartans. The 0-1. Missing low. Hawley 0 for 1 today, but one of 3 players featured in the Big Ten Players to Watch preseason. She now behind in the count 1-2. Grounded left side, short, long throw across the diamond in plenty of time to beat out Hannah Hawley.
Holly's a tough out right now. Tally having her number. She threw her hard inside, got her jammed up underneath her hands, and then comes with that outside pitch, the off speed. And that's when she's early on it. Holly, you could even see when she took her step out, she was working on that swing to make sure she stayed in, got that barrel out. So I love the call to come on the opposite side of the plate.
Sophia Grillo's turn to step into the box. Grillo, the first ever Spartan to wear number 99. When you see that number, you think power, right?
Oh, absolutely.
She's tied for the team lead with 3 home runs. Leads the team with 15 RBIs, living up to the number.
Yeah, has a lot of power. Coach says her bat moves really fast, and she puts a lot of effort into every swing. So even a swing and miss looks scary as a fielder.
A lot of times hitters will have, an A swing that they'll use in a hitter's count, a B swing maybe when they're in a 2-strike situation. Sophia Grillo does not get cheated on her swings.
No, she's going to hack it every time.
2-2, she watches that one go by. Count is full.
Yeah, and a lot of hitters are like that, is where when they're ahead in the count, they're going to pick a pitch, they're going to take a big hack. Sometimes even when they get 2 strikes, you'll see them start to move up the bat a little bit to have more control of that barrel.
Morgan Tallies 3-2. In there, strike 3. Or was that strike 2? They will say strike 2. We had a 3-2 count, but now we'll get a full count. And Grillo all over that one.
Montez de Oca was even excited after that one.
Yeah, I think looking at the scoreboard, but regardless, Grillo will have another opportunity. There we go. There we get the strikeout on the 3-2 pitch. Morgan Talley, an impressive 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, working well with that drop ball today on the inside corner. Morgan Talley shutting the Spartans down. And we're headed to the third.
NC State Wolfpack 2 and the Michigan State Spartans who score.
Carly Short will get her first chance at Autumn Belke, who came into the game in relief in the second inning, got 3 outs. Did give up a run that was credited actually to Carson Cassidy. As there you see Lindsay Leftwich, head coach of the Wolfpack. And we said that there were going to be a lot of similarities with the way that Leftwich and Kelly handle things, with what they want out of their team. And Leftwich has been very proud with the way the Wolfpack have been playing recently.
Well, part of that, both of them coming from LSU, so under the same coaching staff, so they know each other very well. They actually keep in contact very often. Every Christmas, they're able to see each other down in LSU. But Leftwich, she's done a really good job so far of just starting to turn this program around. She's starting to get her players starting to buy into the culture that she's trying to develop. And let these players know where this team is headed. So not necessarily right now exactly what they're doing, but what they're going to be like in a year or 2 years is also important in the future.
Leftwich just in her 3rd season here with NC State, and the best start to a season that both of these coaches have had. Pitch missing inside. Carly Short in a 3-1 count. And Short works her 17th walk of the season, 2nd place in all of the ACC. It's a dangerous base runner to get on the base paths.
Well, she's someone that's going to take off. She's going to be quick. I would not be surprised by a steal here.
She got an aggressive secondary lead there. Thought she might be taken off. Freshman catcher behind the dish as that one rocketed up the middle. It's a base hit for Kendall Simmers. Short will advance to 3rd base. Simmers on 1st. And NC State once again in business. Runners on the corners with no one out.
Well, Simmers doing what she does best. She has a compact swing. She's quick to the ball. And Carly Short with her speed able to get all the way over to 3rd.
Yeah, not even a contest for her. Autumn Belke getting a check-in from some of her teammates as a substitution on the base path. Simmers will get pinch run for.
Pinch running at first base for your NC State Wolfpack, number 13, Gabby Wilson. 13 Wilson running at first for.
So Gabby Wilson, who pretty much finds her way into just about every game as a pinch runner, will run at first. Wouldn't be surprised to see her going in a 1st and 3rd situation. And Lily Livingston to the plate. .25 RBIs on the year for Livingston, tied for 5th in the ACC. She squares to bunt as the runner takes off for 2nd. The throw is in time, but a little bit offline. And Gabby Wilson able to avoid the tag.
And that was the plan. Lily Livingston going for this bunt, pulled back last second. She wanted to draw the infield in. And you could tell the Spartans didn't bite. Holly stayed back by 3rd. Same thing with Bashir's over at 1st so that Gabby Wilson could take 2nd.
So 2 runners in scoring position now for Livingston, who gets Hannah Church to duck out of the way of that foul ball right over her head. Livingston in her first at-bat struck out looking. 2-2 chopped off her foot. And Short will have to go back to 3rd. You know, it helps for Livingston when you're batting 4th in the order. You seemingly always have RBI opportunities with Townsend and Short hitting in front of you. Also, Kendall Simmers as that one grounded. Play coming home in time as Carly Short gets thrown out. A heads-up play by Hannah Hawley. And Carly Short thinks she got her hand in there.
Well, it looks like Coach Leftwich immediately put her hand out, asking for the obstruction call. But Carly Short went right away the second that ball hit the dirt. And it is questionable, I will say, because Grillo has to allow a lane for Carly Short to be able to come home. You can't have your body blocking the plate. And it looks like she's going to challenge it possibly.
Yeah, I think she was asking the umpires to confer and see if they would overturn it themselves. But aside from a potential obstruction, there's a chance that Short got her hand in there because the throw came down and got Short, I don't know if it was around the shoulder, and if she was able to sneak that hand in there.
Well, looking at the play when we did, the ball definitely got there before she did.
No doubt.
It's just whether Grillo, she was able to get her hand in between the legs of Grillo, and was Grillo blocking the path that she was coming down.
This would be NC State's third run, but none of them have come in a very conventional way. We had a wild pitch the first run scored, a double play that the run scored on a just them going for the 2 outs at second and first. On this one, potential fielder's choice. We'll see what the call is.
And I think that's important, too, of why this run is so important for the Wolfpack, because they know right now they're not really scoring runs with the big gap hits, the big hits right now. They're kind of doing it scrappy, any possible way they can. They've left some runners on base. But here's the play. So was she blocking the plate?
I think her hand might have gone in. The foot was right on the plate, so there is.
Well, I think also what's tough is she dropped that knee right in front of the plate before Carly Short got there.
And real quick before we get a call, we need to see if you can go 6 for 6. What do you say?
Oh, man, this one's tough. They're over there for a while, so they're taking a long time to decide, too. I'm going to say I think she's safe.
Safe?
I think she's safe.
I think that's a good prediction. The only thing is the stand, like having overwhelming evidence.
Yes.
So getting word from our producers that the call is going to stand. And Faith?
Oh, man.
The perfect record, although I think you're right. If that counts for anything.
I thought they may overturn. It's a tough call.
Wow. So call confirmed, no obstruction. So they weren't necessarily reviewing if she got the hand in there. And now there will be 1 out. Still a good situation for the Wolfpack. Runners on the corners, 1 away. And Hannah Church coming to the plate. We'll see if they decide to send Livingston. Church fouls one back. NC State 1 for 4, runners in scoring position, 1 for 2 with 2 outs, although they have just 1 right now. Count even at 1. Grounded left side. Hawley can't come home this time. She can go for the double play, and what a pick by Britton Bashirs to get out of the jam. Michigan State fired up.
Wow, look at that Spartan defense. They are stepping up. Another big double play, and their defense is crushing it today.
That they are. A beautiful 5-4-3 double play. NC State, no runs in the 3rd inning. We'll head to the 4th, 2-0.
After your Wolfpack bottom half of the inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. After 3 complete, your score, your NC State Wolfpack 2. And the Michigan State Spartans, no score.
Top of the 4th inning, and we've got some boxing footage for you guys, because this was how Michigan State spent their offseason. And Faith, tell me a little bit about where this came from.
Well, this team knows how to fight, and that is because the theme of this year for Michigan State is to fight to the finish. So Coach Show put on this entire fight week where each day they had a different challenge, and on the last one, they ended up going to the gym and they went boxing. And the whole concept is because for the last couple seasons, this team has really struggled to win those close games. So they've lost games maybe by 1 or 2 runs. And they said, this year, that's not going to happen. We are going to fight to the finish and win those games. Just turn a few around, and it's a totally different season.
As Morgan Talley, you see something new every day. Just totally lost grip of that pitch. There you see, actually hit her leg on the follow through.
Hey, it happens. You just got to laugh it off. As a pitcher, I've pretty much thrown it back to second base when someone was stealing because it swung out of my arms.
Hey, at least if they're stealing, that it could be a good strategy. If you're just tuning in, Josh Schreiber alongside Faith Kane here on the ACC Digital Network. Lindsey Hooker in a 3-1 count right now. Hooker made a beautiful throw from left field to cut down a runner at the plate in the beginning of the game. Now an opportunity for her to come through with the bat and lead off the 4th inning. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Morgan Talley dealing right now. Strikeout number 5 for her.
And what a pitch. She went back to back with this same exact pitch right on the outside corner. That's her off speed. What's so good about it is it's so deceptive because her motion for her pitch is the exact same when she throws her hard stuff and then also that off speed. And it just curves right out, drops, has a little bit of that movement right at the end. It's tough to hit. You think it looks good. You lean for it on the outside corner.
That pitch misses inside. Hannah Greer, who has made some really great plays, involved in both double plays to end the 2nd and 3rd inning for Michigan State, and she's also 1 for 1 with a base hit. Actually had a leadoff triple. Ended up getting stranded at 3rd. Coach Bosch out to the circle.
And you're noticing right now, Coach Mike Bosch, he's heading out to the circle pretty quick with Morgan Talley. The second she falls behind in a batter or just walks one, he goes right out there to have a chat with her. I think part of it with her just being young, trying to get on top of it before it starts to spiral out of control, keep her calm.
And mid at bat too, still a 3-0 pitch.
I mean, sometimes you don't see coaches come out really until, 2-3 hits have been given up or, 1 or 2 walks.
There's strike 1 as a preemptive bat toss from Hannah Greer.
It's also nice as a pitcher when your coach comes out there, has the confidence in you too, when you do fall behind 3-0 to just say, hey, let's go. You got this.
That pitch misses low. Hannah Greer works the leadoff walk. Now an opportunity for Talley to reset.
Yeah, just missed that. You can tell Montez de Oca tried to frame that up, bring it up. It's not enough.
Hannah Greer on base for the second time today. Britton Bashir's at the plate for the Spartans. Bashir's is tied for 5th all-time with 26 career homers. She pops that one up, foul out of play on the right side.
And that's something we haven't seen too often today. We've seen a lot of balls on the ground. Haven't seen too many in the air. Both these pitchers on these teams have been throwing down in the zone. That makes it tough as a hitter as you start rolling over those pitches and hitting it down hard in the ground.
1-2 pitch in there, strike 3. Morgan Talley gets another Spartan to go down looking.
You're seeing this more and more from her, that off speed working down in the zone. It's a pitch that earlier this season she wasn't quite throwing this often. She mostly was throwing a rise ball as well as her drop, but now today we're seeing it at least once every hitter, if not twice.
So after the leadoff walk, she has really locked in. Maybe in part due to the mound visit. First pitch to Holverstad in there for strike 1. Holverstad grounded left side. It'll be a tough play ranging in for Carly Short, but she doesn't make it look tough. Nice job by Morgan Talley to get out of the leadoff walk, and a nice play by Short.
Yeah, defense stepping up for the Wolfpack, and they keep the lead 2-0.
No errors and 1 left on base. After the top half of the 4th inning, your score, your NC State Wolfpack 2 and the Michigan State Spartans, no score.
Bottom of the 4th inning, NC State out to a 2-0 lead, and Morgan Talley has really been holding it down in the pitcher's circle today.
Yeah, I thought she's been able to work a lot of her different pitches. We're seeing a lot more off speed than I would say what we're used to seeing from her. But when you're a pitcher and you come into the circle, some days your rise ball may not be working, so you got to throw more off speed. Your drop's not working, so you got to change it up. Whatever it looks like, that's what makes pitchers elite.
And she's doing it on both sides of the ball today. 1 for 1 with a base hit, a stolen base, and a run scored on the offensive side. Autumn Belke still in the circle for the Spartans. As Talley grounds one left side. Tough play for Conroy. She goes down to a knee and fires a strike across the diamond for the first out.
Wow, this defense for the Spartans, they are fun to watch today, and you can tell they're having a lot of fun doing it too. They are all smiles out there. Conroy all the way down onto her knee, grabs the snag, and throws it across the diamond. Coach Show says a lot of this defense, she thinks it's because she's allowed this team to have fun and be free. She says they probably are tired of me saying it, but I say it every day. It's okay to make mistakes. Go ahead, make them. All I want is 100% effort. And when you have a coach giving you the green light like that, that is really cool to have that weight lifted off your shoulders as a player and think that you don't have to be perfect.
And you can feel that in how this game has gone. You know, the pitching has struggled a little bit. They've gotten lots of runners on base, but the defense has buckled down in those big moments, and they've already thrown out 2 runners at the plate in this game, one from left field, one from third base. They have 2 big inning-ending double plays. This game very easily could have gotten away from them, but it has not. As a base hit for Taryn Massey, her second knock of the day. And another opportunity for the Michigan State defense to keep things rolling.
Yeah, just talking about their defense, that one's just able to sneak by. Not much more you can do about that. But they've been solid all around today. It's been fun to watch. You can see how they enjoy being out there. It's so easy when you're on defense to almost feel scared. And the ball, that's when the ball's going to find you, is when you play out there with a lot of nerves. But when you're confident and ready to go and you're loose, it's just so much easier to snag that ball up.
Montez de Oca, the catcher, was hit by a pitch to load the bases in her first at-bat. Now down 0-2. Massey always a threat to run on first base. And that one hit the other way, a little bit of a slicing shot. An inside-out swing for Carmen Montez de Oca. And Massey moves up a base. It's first and second.
Well, remember, defense is also hearing and seeing what pitches are coming. So you see Greer out there. She was actually shifted a little towards the middle, a couple steps towards second base. If she was probably playing where she normally does, that probably would have been an easy ball to field, but that was a pitch on the inside corner. Montez de Oca actually getting really jammed up on that pitch, and that's why I was able to squeeze right there between the 3-4 hole.
So it's the 9-hitter again, Sarah Johnson, up in a big spot.
Typically the goal of your 9-hole hitter, which Sarah Johnson, she's done a good job of this, is just to turn over the batter or turn over the lineup, but she has really come up in big crucial situations. She's had a lot of opportunities to get those RBIs, and she's been up there swinging the bat well.
That she has over 300 on the season coming into today. And a .458 on base percentage. That's exactly what you want out of your 9-hitter, so they can turn the lineup over to, you know, the top of the order where you have a very dangerous array of hitters up there, as that one will drop foul.
Yeah, she's sitting with 11 RBIs so far this season. And, I mean, that's in the mix just as much as, you know, Hannah Church sitting with 12, Carly Short 13. So that middle of the lineup there as well, that's not something you usually see from your 9-hole hitter. Usually their only job is to figure out how to get on base. That's either by a hit by pitch, a walk, but she's up there hacking.
2-2 pop foul. It will land in the Michigan State bullpen. They saw the double barrel action down there. Massey on second. Montez de Oca on first. It'll be a 2-2 pitch to Johnson. Grounded back up the middle. Belke will go the easy way for one. Thought we might have another inning-ending double play there, but instead it'll be runners at second and third. 2 outs for Maya Townsend.
And I don't mind this play from Belke. I get you're a pitcher that just got the ball back, you just threw. Easiest play to go is to first. But what I would have loved to hear is her infield just yell for her, like, hey, hit second, hit third, whatever that is, because this game is only 2-0. It's still a very close game, so you got to get those runners out that are in scoring position.
Especially with the top of the order coming out, Maya Townsend leads the team with a .364 average.
And a lot of that, too, is pre-pitch communication. So turning to your second baseman, your shortstop, letting them know, hey, when I get the ball back, I'm going to go to 2, or I'm going to come to you at 3. Whatever that looks like, pre-pitch communication is so important.
The 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk to Townsend sets up a big spot for Carly Short. Short already has a double today. Got that one in the first inning. She's 1 for 1. And she swings at the first pitch, hits it hard, but right at the right fielder, Kendall Smiley, for the 3rd out of the inning. NC State getting runners on base. Just can't break it open. Top of the 5th, Michigan State coming to bat.
No runs on 2 hits. No errors and 3 left on base. After 4 complete, your score, your NC State Wolfpack 2. And the Michigan State Spartans will score. Shortstop number 5, Peyton Conroy.
Michigan State held scoreless so far and just 1 hit for them. But their defense and pitching keeping them in the game. See the NC State Wolfpack looking to keep this game scoreless here in the 5th inning. And that one rocketed to right field. Sarah Johnson ranging over, making that one look easy. The first out of the inning comes on 1 pitch.
Where Sarah Johnson was set up for this was actually more towards the line. I love the aggressive swing here. But showing off a little bit of her speed, quick. Coming over to make that catch.
Sarah Johnson, no stranger to great defensive plays. Last season with Gaston College, had an appearance on the Sports Center Top 10 with a catch in left field, actually, where she literally dove through the wall. Wall completely broke in left field. Still held on to make the play. Tally has Bernard, the leadoff hitter, in an 0-2 count.
Bernard at the top of this lineup, just such a tough out to get, but she's someone that's been kept off the bases today, which I think has been key.
Bernard, a check swing. Did she go? No. They appeal to Jay Breck-Beal down to third. He says no.
She is the table setter, the spark plug. Ooh, she may have got lucky on that one.
That's one of the gray areas in bat and ball sports. It's so hard to tell if they went or not. Bernard powers that one to center, ranging back is Townsend, and that one is gone. Zoe Bernard, her first collegiate home run, comes in a big spot. The first run of the game for the Spartans. It's 2-1 Wolfpack.
Someone needs to go get that ball. She is going to want that back. She is tiny, mighty, and strong. What a big home run, stepping up for her team. And you can just hear the excitement. Look at that, giving her a big hug, jumping up and down in the dugout. This team truly does love each other, and you can hear the excitement. They're having fun today.
And Zoe Bernard is not going to be able to wipe that smile off her face for a while. And, you know, not the tallest player on the field, but although she doesn't have a collegiate home run, she actually is her school's career leader in batting average, home runs, and triples back in her high school days at St. Benedict. Native of Cordova, Tennessee.
So she has power. She can play the short game. That's tough to play defense on. Do you play her up, play her back? You really don't know. You even saw Maya Townsend. She had to run way back to
And it
try
just
to get
kept
that.
carrying.
It kept going. And that's what this ballpark does.
Mm-hmm.
It's 200 all the way around. So a smaller field than what most places are.
Off the bat, it felt like Townsend would have a chance at that, and next thing you knew, it was gone. So now a difficult situation for the Wolfpack. They have a runner on first base, one out, and a potential change now, as Wynn Gore will come in to pitch. Morgan Talley will come out of the circle. We'll see if she goes to first base. Have to imagine she will. And we'll be right back to tell you all about Wynn Gore, the new pitcher for the Wolfpack.
Changes for your NC State Wolfpack. Now pitching for your NC State Wolfpack, number 7, Wynn Gore. Number 7, Gore now pitching for your Wolfpack. Now playing first base for your Wolfpack, number 3, Morgan Talley. Number 3, Talley at first base. Now in left field for your Wolfpack, number 24, Taryn Matsey. Number 24, Matsey, now in left field.
Still top of the 5th inning, one out, and Michigan State has pushed across their first run on a Zoe Bernard home run out to left center field. And trying to stop the bleeding now is the team's ace, Wynn Gore, having a career year.
She has been dominant in the circle. She's going to throw that drop ball, keep things low in the zone. It is a heavy, heavy drop ball. So she'll rely on her offense, or her, excuse me, the defense making plays, and a lot going to that left side. So we'll probably see a lot of work coming from Carly Short and Lily Livingston coming up here.
Wynn Gore, such an important part of this team. A team that lost their ace last season in Carly Maxton to UNC, and Wynn Gore has come in and been every bit the ace they needed, as that one ran in and clipped Hannah Hawley.
That's not exactly how you want to start out here right when you come out.
DP number 99, Sophia.
That just grazed Holly. Right on the jersey as it was going by. First pitch down in the dirt. Montez de Oca keeps the runners put. Wingore second in the ACC in ERA, trailing just Courtney Lane from Virginia. A 1-0 pitch runs in and hits Sophia Grillo on the knee. So 3 pitches, 2 hit by pitches for Wingore, and the base is now juiced.
And this is very uncharacteristic softball for Wingore. Coming up first pitch, hitting that batter, and then doing it again another batter later.
And coming into this game, Wingore had only hit 2 batters all season long.
And I loved how Morgan Talley, she even looked at the umpire, said, hey, time, let me come talk to Gore. They also have a strong relationship as they're working every day in the bullpen as well.
Chopped foul. Lindsey Hooker's opportunity here with the bases loaded and 1 away. Hooker 0 for 2 in today's game. That pitch catches the zone. 0-2. Wingore a strike away from career strikeout number 100. Here's the 0-2. Ripped right side. It is caught by Kendall Simmers. A nice play in the 3-4 hole to keep the lead for the Wolfpack.
And this is going to be a big battle to come out of this inning if you're able to come out without giving up a run. When Wingore just hits 2 batters, to be able to step back in the circle, sometimes you have that mindset, whoa, what's going on right now? Let me try to settle back in, settle in. And you may start throwing some pitches that are probably more on the white than what you would hope for, because you're just trying to get it across the plate in this moment when you struggled with those first couple.
So now it's Hannah Greer's turn at the plate with a healthy hack on the 1-0, count even at 1.
The other thing, too, is the dynamic right now between Wingore and Carmen Montez de Oca. Usually behind the plate, you're seeing Ellington Whitaker or Hannah Church when Wingore is out there in the circle. Montez de Oca usually catches for Morgan Talley. Now, they do mix it up once in a while, but it doesn't happen very often.
Two-one misses high, and nowhere to put Hannah Greer on this 3-1 count. Kendall Smiley on third, Hannah Hawley on second, Grillo on first, and a big swing and a miss on the 3-1. It was a flashing green light there for Hannah Greer.
Absolutely, why not? Bases loaded, give it a hack.
The payoff pitch. Grounded foul left side. Greer battling. The full count coming from Wingore. What is the biggest at-bat we've seen so far today? Runners will take off on the 3-2. Just staying alive, clipping it, is Hannah Greer, and she is fighting hard right now.
You can feel the intensity building.
Nervous energy here in Dale Stadium. The 3-2 misses, ball 4, and the game is tied at 2.
The first baseman, number
This is where, as a pitcher, you just got to take a deep breath, relax. You have a lot of noise around you right now. You have the crowd who's clapping. You also have Michigan State, who is very loud in their dugout.
Grounded up the middle. Carly Short bobbles, and the ball goes to center field. Another run comes in to score. It's 3-2 Michigan State, and the bases are still loaded.
There has not been many errors over at shortstop coming from Carly Short. I think she got jumbled up from that runner taking off.
That is a heads-up play by Sophia Grillo to stay in that lane a little bit to make it a difficult play for the freshman. Just the third error of the season for Carly.
And you're always told, keep your eye on the ball. Keep your eye on the ball. Don't let anything else distract you. But when that runner runs right in front of your line of sight, it's tough.
Chop to the right side. Simmers will put it away for the third out. But not before the Spartans explode for 3 runs, and they take a 3-2 lead over the Wolfpack. Wolfpack coming to bat, though, in the bottom of the 5th.
After the Spartans, top half of the inning, 3 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 3 left on base. After the top half of the 5th inning, your score, the Michigan State Spartans 3, your NC State Wolfpack 2. All right, fans, get on your feet. It's time for the 5th inning stretch.
A big 5th inning for the Spartans to take the 3-2 lead. Just 2 hits for them on the game, but that's all they've needed. And now the Wolfpack, who have had so many opportunities at the plate in this game with runners on, will need to get a couple more across. As that one a blooper into right field, but coming in and making the play is Kendall Smiley. That one just hung up in the air for the first out.
Well, this is a chance for the Wolfpack to really find out what this team is all about. For the last couple weekends, yes, they've won games pretty easily. I mean, the last game that was super close was really against Lehigh.
Livingston powering left field. This game is tied. What a time for the freshman to come through. Her 7th of the year, and it's 3-3.
Lily Livingston, she had struggled at the plate earlier in this game, but an adjustment was definitely made. Great extension, got that barrel out. She's got the power like none other, but what a way to step up.
Hannah Church bloops one, shallow center field. Ranging back and making the play is Hannah Greer. Hannah on Hannah Crime. And there's 2 away.
Yeah,
Lily Livingston didn't give you any time to breathe there, Faith.
Oh, no, she did not. But that's what you want to do. You want to be an aggressive hitter. Those first couple swings that you're going to take off a pitcher are probably going to be a couple of your best pitches. So those are the ones you want to go after.
That home run for Livingston, her 7th, puts her in a tie for 3rd place in the ACC. 1-1 clobbered. Is it fair? No, it is not. Man, oh man, did Morgan Talley crush that one.
Ooh, that was a shot. We saw
That ball
more.
might still be going.
Yeah, that one could still be out there going. Probably has not landed yet. We saw a couple home runs come from Morgan Talley on Tuesday against Elon. It was her birthday, so perfect way to spend your birthday, running around the bases a couple times. But I will say they were not hit like that.
And she thought it was gone, too, as she grounds that one left side. Will be a tough play for Conroy. Throw across the diamond just in time to beat the speedy Morgan Talley. But Lily Livingston lifts off. NC State able to tie this game up at 3 as we head to the top of the 6th inning.
Complete your score, your NC State Wolfpack 3 and the Michigan State Spartans 3.
We've got a heck of a game brewing here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Michigan State scored 3 in the top of the 5th to take the lead. And then Lily Livingston, in the first pitch she sees, an absolute bomb to left field to tie up the game at 3. And now Wynn Gore with an opportunity to try to keep this thing tied at 3 in the 6th inning.
And I think this is great for both these programs to have this type of game, specifically before conference play.
Livingston short hop fields it perfectly, and a missile onto first base for the first out.
So now you add the pressure, the competition. Both these teams very evenly matched. Ground ball right towards Livingston, something you see very often when Wynn Gore's in the circle. And you actually saw Livingston on that. She backed up. She took a couple steps back. Not something you really want to see from your third baseman. You want to see them move straight through the ball. But as long as you get the glove on it, whatever you need to do.
Able to stick with it and make the play. That brings up the leadoff hitter, Zoe Bernard, who brought in the first run of the game for Michigan State with her first career home run, extending her hitting streak to 13 games. Would be a great time for her second career home run. 1-1 count, chopped straight back and foul. Bernard 1 for 3 on the day. This will be her first at bat against Wynn Gore.
That's a pitch you don't see from Wynn Gore very often, is that off speed. She usually consistently throws that drop ball. You don't see the changeup very often. But what's good about it is even though that wasn't a strike, that wasn't either, but a great pitcher's pitch on the outside corner for the strikeout.
And Wynn Gore with that strikeout, her 100th career K. An impressive achievement for Gore. And looking at Gore's career so far, last season was not one of the I guess, didn't have the ace role that she now has. She started 13 games, 34 appearances, so plenty of action for her, and was second on the team with a 4.04 ERA. But this season, she has taken it up to a new level as it's a slow ground ball to short. She fires to first base, not in time, as Kendall Smiley was flying down the line.
And I think it's going to be important for the Wolfpack to really clean up defense before they head into conference play. That is something that Coach Leftwich has consistently talked about, is how this team needs to make the routine plays. They need to know the fundamentals. She said she's been happy with the defense so far this year, but last couple games, multiple errors up on the board.
A high fly ball foul. Short was ranging in that time, waiting on an official ruling. And that will be her second error of the game, matching her season total.
And I want to go back to Wynn Gore a little bit here. Last year, she had she wanted to be that other ace with Carly Maxton, but really didn't quite get there. She wanted to be side by side. But let's remember, the year before that, she had 2 hip surgeries, all within 6 months apart. And Coach Leftwich says she feels like this year, she had the mentality that she wanted to be the ace last year, didn't quite get there, but now physically she feels like her body is finally matching up with how she is thinking mentally. And I think that's been a difference.
And absolutely, and the numbers are showing it. I feel like that she's been able to provide such a steady presence in the rotation. Foul ball clips Montez de Oca. And Gore now ahead in the count, 0-2. Rolling to the plate.
And we have to be realistic, too. Today, we're not seeing Gore's best stuff. We're seeing balls that are hitting the ground. That's not typical for her. We're seeing balls held into our hands too long. But when you have that type of night as a pitcher, it's going to be important to rely on your defense, let your ball spin, start trusting yourself, and keeping that strong mindset.
And Gore, not typically your strikeout pitcher, going to induce a lot of ground balls. And that's what she's been doing so well this season. There you see 1 1/3 innings pitched, 27 pitches thrown so far. 2-2. Fouled straight back. Hannah Hawley 0 for 2 so far today. Does have a hit by pitch that came out of the hand of Gore, her first batter she faced. Two, another foul ball, and a nice battle between Hannah Hawley and Wynn Gore.
That's what the Spartans are doing on offense, is they are forcing Gore to throw a lot of pitches. And when you're in that circle and you're already struggling to find the strike zone, and now you have hitters battling you off every second.
2-2 up the middle, past the diving Carly Short. Kendall Smiley will go to second base. Townsend holds her there. And it's a 2-out single for Hawley. Michigan State threatening again.
That's when you may leave one right up in the zone, and that's exactly what Hawley was able to take advantage of.
Yeah, Carly Short making a diving effort for it, but nothing she could do there. And it's Sophia Grillo's turn to try to take the lead for the Spartans. Michigan State has not won a road game yet this season. They're 0-6, but it has been a very difficult schedule in those road games. Rolled over to the left side and foul.
Well, anytime you play for a school that's up north, you know you are going to travel every single weekend, especially in the beginning of the season. I played at Syracuse. We traveled, I think, 4 weeks in a row we went to Florida, which I'm not going to complain because we left with the snow, but it's tough when it comes to practice. You can't practice on dirt. I mean, this Spartan team has not had a practice on dirt since the fall. So they're practicing indoors on turf. It's completely different. The only times you get dirt is when you're actually playing, which isn't really the best time to work on stuff.
2-1 pitch, popped straight in the air. Does Montez de Oca have space? She does not. Nice catch by a fan there. The count is 2-2. But not being able to practice on dirt and still being this solid defensively, it speaks volumes to the fight that they have.
Well, when you're not able to see dirt, you mostly have to work fundamentals, so the little stuff, and you pray and hope that it's going to carry over to your game when you're finally out there, but also taking full advantage of being outside in the fall as well.
As we've got another mound visit now. Mid at bat on the 2-2 count. You see Montez de Oca doing a lot of the talking in the pitching circle. As you mentioned, Faith, the stuff has not been what Wingor is used to, but still trying to battle here.
It's not our best stuff, but you have to have that mentality as a pitcher to fight through it, find what works. Sometimes it's more of, okay, I'm going to throw it up there, and I'm going to allow my defense to work because that's all I can do right now. And that's why this is still a team game. It doesn't just rely on the pitcher's shoulders.
2-2 now after the mound visit. Missing outside. Big pitch coming up for the redshirt junior. Runners will take off on the pitch. 3-2, 2 outs. Pitch is grounded up the middle. Nice backhanded stop by Simmers. And that will retire the side. Wingor facing some difficulties. Runners on first and second, but no problem. She gets out of the jam. Still tied going to the bottom of the sixth.
After the Spartans, top half of the inning, no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on base. After the top half of the 6th inning, your score, your NC State Wolfpack 3 and the Michigan State Spartans 3. Fans, the Wolfpack will be returning to Dale Softball Stadium tomorrow at 3:30 and 6 p.m. when they host Stetson and Mercer for the 2nd day of the Marucci Classic. Admission is free all weekend. Visit GoPack.com to check out the full schedule. Change for the Michigan State Spartans. Now pitching for the Michigan State Spartans, number 15, Alyssa Galindo. Number 15, Galindo now pitching for the Spartans. The left fielder, number 24,
Pitching change for Michigan State in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Alyssa Galindo, the freshman, for the Spartans.
And I'm a little surprised by the switch because I did think that Belke was doing well in the circle. I think NC State, yes, starting to make contact, but overall, I thought the defense was working well behind her. They had, I still think, the momentum, the energy over there, but trying to switch things up.
Galindo does not have a ton of experience, just a freshman and 16 2/3 innings pitched this season. 5.04 ERA, a 2-0 record.
And this is really where Coach Show is talking about with the pitch by committee. The second that they have a hitter come up that's already seen their pitcher, they're going to switch it out. So that's why you're going to see 3-4 pitchers in a game.
There you see the numbers on your screen. Pitch missing outside, 2-2 to Taryn Massey.
And Galindo's very similar. She's going to work down in the zone. She has that drop ball. You can already see with the way she turns over her hand, she's trying to get on top of it, just like that.
And Massey gets clipped on the way by. She's on base for the third time today.
Yeah, trying to almost throw that out the back of her hand almost, it looked like. Just went straight into the ground.
Just catching the back foot, it seemed. Lots of hit by pitches today. Montez de Oca squares to bunt. Massey's caught in a rundown now. She will try to go back to first, and she gets back safely, just beating the tag of Hannah Greer.
That's one of those as a runner on base where you're like, oh man, that was a mistake on my end. She got caught right in the middle and instantly hustled back to first.
And now 2 strikes on Montez de Oca. And not exactly sure what happened here. Massey called out on the base paths.
And I think what they called her for is leaving early. So she can't leave the base until that ball is released from the pitcher's hand. And Coach Leftwich really upset after that one.
That's a big out.
Yeah, that's a big out. We're here in the bottom of the 6th. It's so important to try to get those runs here. And that's also a call that's not made very often.
Yeah, very rarely do you actually see it. And Massey looked confused as Montez de Oca grounder to third base. Holly stays with it, but can't corral it in time. Montez de Oca will reach on an error.
Yeah, doing her job. Montez de Oca struggling at the plate, so you've seen it with Coach Leftwich. She's wanted her to bunt every time she's been up to bat.
But she keeps getting on base.
Yeah, keeps getting on base any way she can. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all you ask.
That is her 3rd time on base today. A hit by pitch, a single, and now an error. As she replaces Taryn Massey at first base. And it's the 9-hitter Sarah Johnson trying to do some damage. 1-0 pitch missing, low and inside. NC State's 11-game winning streak in jeopardy here. As the Spartans look to win their first road game of the season. Taking some time as Conroy and Holly come to talk with their pitcher. It'll be a 2-0 to Johnson. Right in there, strike 1. The 2-1 just misses outside. That was Holverstadt back there trying to frame that one up for a strike, but doesn't get the call, and it's 3-1. And ball 4, and Sarah Johnson on base. Top of the order coming up, Maya Townsend with runners on first and second.
And remember, if Taryn Massey wouldn't have had that call over at first, we would now have no outs with bases loaded. That's how important Taryn Massey was over at first.
We'll get another look at the leaving early call. That was close. I
That
don't
was
know.
really close.
The fact that it doesn't get called so often, and regardless, Townsend chopped to the left side. Great play by Peyton Conroy to get the lead runner at third. Went down to both knees to make sure she secured it and tossed to third, and there's 2 outs.
Yeah, big defensive play here. It's actually probably a lot easier for her to do this because Townsend is so quick.
So 2 outs now for Carly Short. The pitch gets away, and the runners will advance to second and third. You already had a runner in scoring position, but now on a single, you can guarantee that a run will score. Galindo. High fly ball deep to center. Bernard has plenty of space. She's under it. And there is the third out. Michigan State, another jam escaped. 2 runners left on for the Wolfpack. 3-3 going to the 7th.
After your Wolfpack bottom half of the inning, no runs on no hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. After 6 complete, your score, your NC State Wolfpack 3, and the Michigan State Spartans 3. The left fielder, number 11, Lindsay Hooker.
Top of the 7th inning, both of these teams in a spot that they have not been yet this season. Neither team has been tied in the 7th inning yet this season. And for as many close games as they've played, that's a pretty shocking statistic.
Well, both these coaches have said, I want my team to be gritty. This is the time where you can get gritty.
It shapes up perfectly because both of these teams lost a lot of games last year by 1 run. As that one hit up the middle, short fielding, firing to first in time. Carly Short with a sparkler to make up for her 2 errors from earlier, and that is what she does best.
I mean, look at how smooth she looks. She didn't even set her feet. She kept her shoulders pointed towards first. She actually was playing towards third, so all the way up the middle to make that play.
And on the next pitch, Greer pops one into center field. Hit pretty well, but Townsend hardly has to move for the 2nd out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 22.
Now Britton Bashirs coming to the plate with 2 outs. Wynn Gore still in the circle trying to give her team a chance to hit and win the game. Strike 1 to Bashirs. You've got to be careful, though, if you're Wynn Gore. Bashirs can make you pay with 1 swing of the bat. 2 long balls this season for Bashirs. But her 15 homers in 2024 were the second most in a season in MSU history. She won't get one here, though. A 1-2-3 inning when they need her most. Wynn Gore shutting down the Spartan lineup. NC State, if they're going to win, it's going to be via the walk-off. Bottom of the 7th, here we come.
After the top half of the 7th inning, your score, your NC State Wolfpack 3 and the Michigan State Spartans 3.
Bottom of the 7th inning, and Charlie Orsini and Taryn Massey firing up the Wolfpack fans here at Dale Stadium, and they are out here in numbers, looking to get a Power 4 non-conference victory over Michigan State and keep the undefeated streak alive at home. It's Kendall Simmers to lead things off for the Wolfpack in the bottom of the 7th. Simmers roped up the middle. Nice job by the shortstop Conroy to knock it down, but not able to make anything happen after that. It's a base hit.
Well, if there's any part of your lineup that you want up in a situation like this in the bottom of the 7th, it's starting out with Kendall Simmers, and now you got the power right behind her with Lily Livingston, who's already hit it out of the park one time today.
Can end it with a swing of a bat. Pitch missing low. Almost certainly one of the biggest spots Galindo has pitched in her young career. The 1-0. Missing low. 2-0. Livingston today 1 for 3 with the game-tying home run in the bottom of the 5th. A 2-0 in on the hands. Tough play. Galindo can't field it. And we've got runners on first and second with no one out.
And the defense has been so good for the Spartans. That ball just right back at Galindo. Tried to put her glove down. It would have almost been better if she didn't and just let it go through.
Let Hannah Greer make it.
It's reaction.
It's impossible.
Yeah. It's reaction.
So hard as a pitcher to field your position while also in such a stressful situation. And now it's Hannah Church. Church, a senior. 3rd team All-ACC last season. Was 14th in the nation with 19 homers last year. A calm presence in the right-handed batter's box. The 1-1. Grounded right side. It's through for a base hit. Rounding third and stopping is Kendall Simmers. But the bases are loaded with nobody out for Morgan Talley.
This is where you got to have ice in your veins. What a fight. Hannah Church taking it to the right side. Usually you see her try to pull everything, but did a good job adjusting and staying through it. You see the Spartans coming together in the infield. They're saying, we got this. Let's go. Shaking their head toward Kalindo. This is going to be tough.
And maybe with 2 outs, you send Simmers over there at third base, but with no one out yet.
No, I agree. I like the call because you have no outs. All you need is a ball in the green right now.
1-0 count to Talley. Morgan Talley 1 for 3 today, had a single and scored in the second inning.
And you have to imagine the defense right now pinched in.
The 1-0 grounded up the middle. It's through for a base hit. Tally one more on the board and tally in another win. Morgan gets it done. Wolfpack win 4-3.
So much fun. A walk-off win here on a Thursday night. Morgan Talley, the freshman, she had 2 home runs earlier this week and then coming up with the clutch single up the middle. Celebrate tonight. Celebrate this. Well, they got a game tomorrow, so they got to come back and get ready for that one. But Morgan Talley starting out, getting the win in the circle, and then Wynn Gore coming in behind her. I thought defensively a little rough, but came together better. You had Lily Livingston with the home run earlier in this game, and Morgan Talley, great at bat to finish it out. What a gritty at bat.
She gets the start in the circle. She ends it in the batter's box. The Wolfpack move to 12-0 at home. They've won 12 in a row. They are feeling it. For Faith Kane, for the production crew, I'm Josh Schreiber saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow here from Dale Stadium. The Wolfpack win this one 4-3.